guys, my name is Caroline Avery and I'm a Contiki travel ambassador for the US, and I'm also a fashion merchandising student at the University of Georgia. Today I'm going to go through a couple different DIYs of ways to upcycle your clothes while you're staying at home. So this is not only going to be a great way to revamp your wardrobe, but it's also a really great way to help the environment. The clothing and textile industry is actually the second largest leader in pollution next to oil. So stay tuned on a few ways that you can help out and stay stylish during quarantine. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show y'all is a few different techniques to tie-dye, and all you're going to need is some old white clothes, a spray bottle, a tie-dye kit, which you can order online and they'll be delivered to your door, some rubber bands. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to start from the middle or whatever you want your center spiral to be, and you're just going to twist until it's all done, kind of take it into a ball, and then rubber band it so it stays like that. So now you're gonna wanna soak this to make sure the dye can get all the way through the shirt. So just make sure to get it very, very wet. Okay, so now we're gonna dye it. Choose whatever colors you want. I'm gonna do purple, pink, and blue, and I advise doing either this outside or maybe in a bathroom because it can get very messy. Just make sure to get really into the cracks. Now what we're gonna do is I've put this into a bag to let dry and set overnight, and then we'll take it out tomorrow morning and see what it looks like. I'm gonna use the spray bottle, put a little bit of water in it, and then combine it with the same type of dye from the last time. Okay, so just like the last time, the shirt has to be wet, and then we can just spray a little everywhere. Okay, so it's the next day and I've taken all the rubber bands out of this one. And this one, of course, we don't have to take any rubber bands out, but these are now ready to be put into the wash and good to go. Okay, so for this next DIY project, we're gonna learn how to upcycle denim. All you're gonna need is some paint, a paintbrush, some thread and needle, some bleach. Toilet cleaner bleach works great, and some scissors and some tweezers. Okay, so basically what's gonna happen here is we're gonna cut holes right here. So we're gonna make little strips of line and then start pulling at it with tweezers. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do that in this next time lapse. Okay, so basically what I'm doing right now is I'm taking the bottom part of the tweezers and I'm coming out with it, and I'm just kind of pulling at the thread to get this raggedy edge. So just do that again and again and again, and eventually you're gonna get the look that you want. Okay, so this is basically my finished hole. What I did is I just kept roughing around the edges, pulling the tweezers out a few different little parts to give some more texture to the hole, and that's it. So just put more holes wherever you want to get that look. So what I want to do here is I want to make this entire edge frayed. So I am going to cut the end of this and then pull similar to what we did to the hole up here. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to be taking my tweezers and pulling out from here until I get however deeply frayed I want. So I could stop there, but I think I'm going to go up to about here because that's what I want aesthetically. After that's finished, this is what the hemline looks like on this side of the jean. I'm going to do it on the same this side, but first I'm actually going to bleach this half of the jean so it's a two-tone pant. So this side's going to be a darker tone and this side's going to be a lighter tone. And how we're going to start that is we're going to very carefully tape all this on this side so that we're only getting the bleach on this side. Okay, so now you can see we've taken tape and we've actually put 2 layers on it mid-crotch so that you can get an ensured straight line when we apply the bleach. I'm gonna tie it back with a rubber band like we used for the tie-dye, and then put the half that I don't want bleached inside of this bag to make sure that that part does not get any bleach on it. Okay, so we've already wet this entire pant, and now what we're gonna do is with a sponge, we're gonna bleach this. So we're gonna apply some bleach to the sponge, and then just go like this, up the entire pant leg and all up the back. So this is what it's gonna look like after I finish with the bleach. So what I did was I put bleach on one side, let it oxidize, and then I went in and put bleach in on the other side. So then I rinsed out the bleach after 4 hours of letting it set, and then threw it in the washer and then the dryer, and now we're gonna fray the other end just like so, and then maybe add a few more holes. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do now is add some color right through here. I have a piece of thread that I have doubled through and then added a knot to the end. And what I'm gonna do is just start at the bottom, pull it all the way through, and then continue that up through the top of the pan. So to tie the knot off, we're gonna go back in through the pan at the top, pull the string through, flip it in, tie a knot behind it, make sure it's really close, give it a double knot just for some security, and then you can cut that off, and you have that. So now the next thing that we can do is we can put some little flowers right in here, and I'll show y'all how to do that in the next clip. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is show y'all a really easy way to just embroider a few little flowers if you want to do that onto your jeans. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift this front pocket, start in from the back to make sure I'm only hitting this one piece. I have my thread doubled up, and then I'm just gonna go in about not even half an inch, and then start from the back, pop my needle up the same way that I just ended, and then do it the same distance as that other petal, and then do 3 more of those kind of in a flower formation. And then I would tie this thread off the same way that we tied this thread off, and just fill that little center with a different color. I'll probably use yellow to match the string that I did on this part. Okay, so now we're gonna paint this back pocket. What you're gonna need is some acrylic paint, some paint brushes, and some tape to make sure that you're not getting outside the lines. This blue painter's tape works great. Okay, so this is the final look for the pant that we created. We created the two-tone side with the bleach. We learned how to create some holes, some fringe, some embroidered flowers, as well as embroidered decoration around the pocket, and a painted back pocket. So add these all together or put them on a bunch of different jeans. I'm so excited to see everything that y'all do with this. Okay, this next segment is a little bit more complicated and it will require a sewing machine, but basically what we're gonna do is take 2 t-shirts that we don't always wear and put it together to make one fun new t-shirt. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take these 2 t-shirts and make it into one by folding each in half, cutting down the center, and then sewing both sides back together. So I folded both of them in half, and this is what my final product would look like. I'm just gonna cut down the center of each of these to separate them into 2 halves and then sew it back together on my sewing machine. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is line up the necklines and flip it inside out, and then you're gonna take pins and put these sides together and then create a stitch on the sewing machine up here. Okay, so now we have this all sewn together, and what I'm gonna do next is just crop it a little bit because I like my shirts a little bit shorter, and then I'm gonna loosen up the neckline so it's more comfortable and has a more even fit. Okay, so this is the final look for the t-shirt that we just created. I can't wait to see all the different combinations y'all are gonna come up with. Thank you guys for following along with me today. Can't wait to see what you create, and hope y'all had fun upcycling. Bye!